Alright, welcome back to another review. It's you know who it is. Alright, people request me to do this review on Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Indiana Jones movie, the very first one from 1981, starring Harrison Ford, Karen Allen, Alfred Molina from fucking Spider-Man 2. And this is definitely one of the best movies of all time, the Indiana Jones franchise, 1 through 3. I mean, I never really watched the fourth one that much. I only remember some bits and pieces about the fourth one. I know that Shia LaBeouf plays the son, plays Indy's son named I forgot what his fucking name was, some fucking stupid ass name. I think it was Mutt or something like that. I don't know, some fucking retarded name. And Karen Allen returns in that movie, and fucking Indy and her get married or some shit like that. If I remembered. I mean, like I said, I can't really judge that movie because I didn't really watch it fully, but I know who's actually in it, to be fair. And that was a movie that should have been made in the 90s, not 2008. At the time, in 2008, fucking Harrison Ford was in his 60s, I believe. And I feel already there is he's about to have a fucking heart attack just doing that shit. Especially the fucking fifth one's coming out. He's 80. You got a fucking 80-year-old man doing a fucking Indiana Jones 5 movie. I don't understand it. They couldn't do this shit in the fucking 90s when, Indy or Harrison Ford was still in his fucking 50s or something like that. Oh, because, he was doing these other movies those Jack Ryan movies, so he's so busy he can't really do that. Yeah, he could. He could make fucking room for that shit. He's not he's that fucking busy with those fucking Jack Ryan movies. I can't believe it. An 80-year-old Indiana Jones. What's next? Rocky 7? Fucking Sylvester Stallone is in a wheelchair boxing people and shit in the nursing home? What the fuck? What is this? What's all these old people trying to be fucking heroes and shit in these fucking movies? I don't get that. You're old. Stay in the nursing home. You can't play these type of roles anymore. You're old and wrinkly. And you're gonna die. But anyways, let's go back to, the 80s where, Harrison Ford was actually still young at the time. He was in his early 40s, not old as shit. He's an old fucking grandpa. So, at the time, Harrison Ford, after, Star Wars, which, he has a problem with Star Wars, but I don't think he really does have a problem with Star Wars. I don't know. He's pretty mixed on Star Wars, to be fair. I think he had enough of that shit after a while. That's why he wanted to be killed off from the fucking movies or something like that. But George Lucas is no, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not gonna fucking kill you off. That's stupid. That's stupid, Harrison. I'm not gonna kill you off. You're Han Solo for a reason. Why would I fucking kill you off for? So he didn't kill him off, but that other fucking retard, J.J. Abrams, he was sure, no problem, Harrison. I'll kill you off. I had no problem with that at all. Fucking idiot. But I kind of understand. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, the whole sequel, Star Wars sequel, is unnecessary. That shouldn't even be made. It's a fucking waste of time. Why do you even make that bullshit? Oh yeah, to make money off of fucking retards that go see it. That's basically what it is. Fucking Catholic Kenny, you fucking dumb whore. Well, anyways, let's go back to Indiana Jones. So, we all know how this movie goes, This is one of the most masculine movies you can ever watch as a man, as God created. God created men for a reason, to be men, not to be women. Men can't be women because you have balls and a dick. You can't be doing shit like that. You can't be dressing like a lady and shit. You got a dick. You can't be doing that. So, in this movie, like I said, so Indiana Jones, he's a doctor. He teaches these kids in college who wants to fuck them. Well, you can't fuck it. I mean, back then, I guess back then was different at the time. I guess it was allowed back then, I think, for a professor to fuck a student, I meant. That didn't sound right. Fuck a kid. I really just said that. Oh my fucking god. I meant fucking Dr. Jones fucking a kid. He's gonna fuck Short Round. Come here, Short Round. Dr. Jones! But that's not what I meant. What I meant is, yeah, back then with the whole, professors and students, I think back then it was a different time than now, because now it's you could go to jail for it and this and that. I don't know if they did it back then too, when you could go to jail for that shit, because most of the time back in those days, especially high school, teachers be fucking students and shit. But the professors be fucking students, you know, this and that. Oh man, you're really hot. You're really a fucking genius. You're hot and a fucking genius. I definitely want to smash you. That's how it was back then. It still does to this day. Hell, for me back then in high school, I had a couple teachers wanted to smash me. To be fair, they keep like flirting with me and shit. I'm like, I mean, they're not bad looking or anything, you know. I wouldn't mind smashing a couple of teachers, to be fair. Especially I was in high school at the time. I was like, what, 18, 19? But still, it was still illegal because, oh, I'm a student. You still can't be having sex with a student. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, fuck off. It's legal. What's the fucking big deal? But whatever, you know, let's go back to this fucking movie. Let's stop talking about shit like that. So anyways, like I said, Dr. Jones, he's a professor at college, you know, teaches this about artifacts, this and this. These girls want to have fuck with him and this and that, you know. He's a really cool guy, you know, got like the dorky glasses and shit. But he's not having dorky glasses. He go on adventures in like the jungle and shit, looks for artifacts and whatnot. You know, try to replace this, you know, try and not make that fucking booby trap come alive. You know, you try to replace, you know, the item and shit with a different item that's, you know, a bullshit item. So you can grab the artifact. And then he started running away from that big ass boulder, about to run his ass over like his, you know. Well, this is before Crash Bandicoot, and Crash Bandicoot got from Indiana Jones. Everything got everything from Indiana Jones. Tomb Raider got from Indiana Jones. Unfarted came from Indiana Jones. All these fucking games came from Indiana Jones. They all knockoffs of this fucking movie because this movie's a genius movie. Because Dr. Jones is a genius, you know? He's a fucking a genius. He's a scientist. That's why they call him Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones! So, there's that. Then later on, he meets Kara Allen in the bar. You know, they talk, this and that. Kara Allen's a pretty good actress. I remember her mostly from the movie called Animal House with John Belushi. Now that's a really funny ass fucking movie. The Animal House shit, man. It's like it's a college movie, just like this, you know. Dr. Jones is in college teaching kids. Instead, there's no John Belushi and his fucking crazy ass boys. Well, that would have been a great fucking movie. Having fucking Indiana Jones and Animal House mixed together. Wow, that'd be a crazy fucking ride, wouldn't it be? Well, anyways, let's go back to this review. So yeah, he talks to her, she gonna help him out, you know, this and that happens. And then one of the most masculine fights of all the parts of the movie is where he fights this big buff guy, this big bald guy, like outside with all these fucking aircrafts and shit. They're both like shirtless, like bah bah, beating the shit out of each other. One of the best fights in the movie is like beating the shit out of each other, like bah bah, whoop this bald motherfucker's ass. He's like Nappa from Dragon Ball Z and shit. It's like wow, whooping his ass. Give him these fucking fists and shit. Dog fighting, you know? And like fucking Indy's like scared of snakes and shit. That's like one of his phobias. He's like scared of snakes. Like, snake! Snake! What is that fucking Beavis and Butthead episode where they're in this fucking, what's it called? That snake house. And all these snakes are in these glass windows and shit. And fucking Beavis and Butthead. Beavis started like fucking shouting out fucking snakes like a fucking dumbass, and everyone started getting scared, like, oh, there's a snake out there, snake! Oh, and everyone started running away and shit, and then both of those two like ran at each other and they like grab each other's dicks because they thought it was like snakes or something like that. That's like one of the funniest shits ever. Or that fucking one scene where Indy had to hold that fucking rod up like he's like one of those guys from the Bible or something like that. And he's like, he had this fucking cloak on or something like that. Yeah, hold this fucking rod up with the sun and shit. It looked like they took that whole scene from a fucking Bible or some shit like that. That's what it fucking looked like. But like later on, Alfred Molina's in here. He had all these fucking spiders on his back and shit. I think he gets like poison or something. I forgot what happened with that guy. I was like, oh wow, he's probably really young here. I don't know how old he was here, but he has to be like at least like maybe like in his 20s, maybe at least like late teens, 20s at least. He thought he was pretty young here. He thought he was pretty young. This movie came out in 1981, so he thought he was pretty young here. And this was like before he came fucking Doc Ock, like 20 years before he came Doc Ock. And he got famous because of that movie, Spider-Man 2. And like I said, I'm more of a fan of the first Spider-Man more than the Spider-Man 2 because, like I said, the Doc Ock film felt kind of weak, you know, this and that, you know. But I'm not getting all into that because this is about Indiana Jones review, so. So later on, I think like fucking Indy and Kara Allen get like fucking captured or some shit like that. And these fucking retards don't listen, and they still open up this fucking this thing. That's I forgot what they open up. Some fucking bullshit, and they open it up, and they all turn into like skulls or some shit like that. They'll melt into the skulls or something. They all fucking die because they didn't fucking listen to them or anything like that. Like, they all fucking die and shit. So that happened, but yeah, that shit happened. But yeah, like, I really enjoy this movie for what it is, you know? This movie definitely is a fucking classic. It's one of the most masculine movies you could ever watch besides the other ones, you know? You don't see that many fucking tough guy movies like these anymore, you know? Indy whooping ass, you know, fighting artifacts, beat up these fucking Nazis and shit. Go, wow, whoop these motherfuckers' ass, you know? I wish there's more movies like these, but, oh yeah, I forgot. Indiana Jones 5 is coming out, and there's an 80-year-old Harrison Ford playing him. I mean, like, come on, really? Like, are you fucking kidding me with this shit? He's too old for this shit. Like, honestly, just like what fucking Danny Glover was saying, Lethal Weapon. I'm too old for this shit, which he fucking is. Like, come on. Like, honestly, like, what's next? When he's 90 years old, he's doing Indiana Jones 6? Like, come on. Just find somebody else or stop making Indiana Jones movies, for Christ's sakes. The dude walk around in his fucking diaper and shit like Joe Biden. I'm surprised he don't have Alzheimer's like Joe Biden. I'm just very surprised. Oh, God. Like, fucking sit down, Harrison Ford. Sit your old ass down. Stay in the fucking nursing home and shit. Like, god damn, you're not the fucking same guy anymore, for Christ's sake.